nigga?
Yeah, there we go.
Oh, okay, there it is.
Getting there. We getting there. Good show, good panel, good topics. I got so much love on the last show, man. I want to make another good banger, another good show with this one right here. Because it definitely helps. So CDC, I wanted to get your feedback and some of the knowledge that you got on, the mastiffs or the Borbos type of
Mm-hmm.
thing.
Okay, so I mean, how you wanna like what you mean just tee off or how we going?
I want you to just tee off, man. I want you to tee off because I just want you to. I just want the live. I want the show to be informative. You know what I'm saying? I want people to
Yeah,
get the knowledge and the grace of what we really saying.
got you. Well, in the times we're in now, a lot of people are more into the American Pit Bull Terrier, Belgian Malinois, Dutch
Mhm.
Shepherds, herders, just what they call performance dogs, the high performance, high drive, high intensity dogs. So when I speak my piece, some may not be interested, but like you said, we're here tonight. Um, One thing I notice a lot when I talk about these Molosses, these Mastiffs, most people don't realize the changes of them or things that were never there that was said to be there that weren't. Say for instance, the English Mastiff. So I should ask y'all what's y'all thoughts on the dogs now, or what y'all saw even back then.
Mhm.
I don't know if y'all want to go down the line or whoever want to just say something.
I'm learning.
Okay, I got you. I got you.
So the English Mastiffs and those types of breed, I like to get my classroom on.
Yeah, ain't no wrong with that. Oh, well, I talked to a Tosa Inu breeder, and he talked about how the Japanese people use the dog, the English Mastiff, in the Tosa Inu's development. But they talked about a dog that had what they say had supreme joints, meaning it could move fluidly. Wasn't a lot of hip dysplasia issues, any of that. Um, was agile. I mean, healthy, could move. Things you see in the Tosas when they perform in their action. But even earlier on, they talked about this dog could chase deer and catch them. It some of them some people had to cut the dog's toes so they couldn't run and chase the deer because at the time the kings were the only people that could hunt, so they would get fined or be disciplined for killing deer. But like I said, the dogs could catch deer. They could run fast. They could move at a bigger size, more like an alont, more than a what do you say, an estate guardian. But the reasoning for the change now is because that dog is extinct. The English Mastiff that we saw that was healthier or heard about that could move fluently. Um, Around the World War, they had to bring that dog back, breeding in. I think they only had a few English Mastiffs, but they bred in Saint Bernard, Bull Mastiff. What else? Um, Dog, Bordeaux. The dog from Turner and Hooch. They bred that in as well. So
Yeah,
that's why
yeah.
we see the dogs way bigger, sloppier. What else? I mean, that's really just what you get, couch potato, and that's proven because the dogs will throw a furrier coat, a longer coat, excuse me, and also pied bald like a Saint Bernard. So when people say English Masters weren't what they were before, if you even look at books, the English Mastiff, we don't even people stop calling them English Mastiff after a certain point. They just call them Mastiffs. If you
Mhm.
read dog books, you would notice that. So that dog is dead. The one before the now we have the Mastiff. I mean, they still call it the English Mastiff in kennel clubs, but like I said, it's an extinct dog now, and it's a newer one here. And then the Neapolitan Mastiff. That dog derives from the Roman molossus, hence the name. Roman molossus was a dog that was fought in wars, used in wars in the Roman Colosseum. That wasn't the Neapolitan Mastiff,
Right.
and people get that misconstrued all the time. And what was I going to say? And the dogs were actually used as state guardians. They stayed at home, guarded castles, and were bigger. And I think I've said this before. Y'all heard this. They cut the dog's toes off so it wouldn't roam away or anything like that. Um, and that's also part of the reason why they have loose skin. So if something grabs them, it won't damage their arteries. It won't damage. I mean, it won't really affect them that much because loose skin is being grabbed and not a body part or organ or artery or whatever.
Right.
So what was I going to say? So with the what was I going? I'm going to lead this into. I might get in a little bit of trouble for this, but it's whatever. So with the Neapolitan, that leads into the Cane Corso. People say they came from the same dog, been around the same time. That's not true. Excuse me. The Neapolitan Mastiff came before the Cane Corso. And the Cane Corso was developed because the farmers of Italy tried to use the Neo as a farm guardian to protect and herd the dogs.
Hmm.
And with that, the Neapolitan Mastiff was killing the sheep and attacking them. So then they bred in seven different farm dogs to develop the Cane Corso. So the Cane Corso we know is like a band dog basically,
Right.
and you might want to fix the little thing say breeding dogs for money or for love.
Hold on.
But even in the Cane Corso, some people breed back to the Neapolitan Mastiff,
Hmm.
but still call it a Corso just because I mean that's the origins of it. And with that interbreeding and all that, that's the same thing with the Pressa. Even Borbles. The Borbles they've been crossed and bred with different things, but like I said, the Pressa was used for fighting. So there was different phenotypes. There was like ones that got even almost as small as American Pit Bull Terriers that looked like American Pit Bull Terriers.
Hmm.
And then I mean you had the larger ones, the bigger ones. But I've stated this in a video it's because people brought a whole bunch of different dogs to the island once the Pressa died out. They
Hmm.
brought in Feelers, English Masters, Dobermans, um, I mean, just a plethora of old English Bulldog, all that, just to bring that dog back and try and get a and build a standard and bring the breed back. But like I said, the a lot of these molosters today show up in DNA tests and everything with different breeds in them. Like I seen a DNA test that regularly shows up for Borbles. It said a Boston Terrier, Saint Bernard, Rottweiler, Bull Terrier, sometimes French Bulldog,
Hmm.
the Cane Corso, German Shepherd, uh, Bordeaux, just different mastiffs. So some people believe these dogs are all pure, but it's not a true thing.
Right.
Well, I think the problem come in because I think this is taboo
Hmm.
because you have to go looking for this knowledge. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah,
as far as I'm concerned, the shepherd, I don't know when it was introduced, but is the most common dog for police enforcement, right?
yeah,
So before that, it's kind of taboo. It's like they don't want to talk about the dogs that were used, uh, like you explaining,
right,
to build. And then, okay, when we get to the point where in modern time, now we breeding for looks and pacification. Now
absolutely,
people wants to be like, or this, it got too much of this in it, and they got this in it. That's because they want the look now. But
Yeah,
before, when you first started off, it was bred for a
purpose.
specific reason.
Yeah,
Yep. You hit it right on the nail, man.
yeah, that's a fact.
You hit it right on. You hit it right on the nail.
Here you go. Yeah, I
No,
mean,
man. Come
go
on,
ahead.
go ahead. No, go
With the,
ahead.
with the German Shepherd, it makes sense though because, like it's in the name Shepherd. So some people did use it to, because I mean they herd and protect livestock. So there's some purpose to this, but like I just stated, some board will show up Boston Terrier. I mean that doesn't even correlate to anything the dog was bred for. It's for a look or like a color or I couldn't even explain it because I don't even know what you would breed Boston Terrier to something for other than a look or just to sit there and look at you on the couch.
I kind of disagree because
Okay.
Boston Terriers, they got a little drive. They got a little game to them.
Oh yeah, yeah, no. Even French bulldogs do, but I
Yeah.
mean the majority is still it's just it's not a. I don't think it's a thing that makes sense to me.
Hmm.
Yeah, them ratter dogs though, right?
I think yeah they did use someone for that, but I don't think it's as common now.
Right. Right.
Um,
Well, I seen on somebody's joint
mhm.
when they had got the what ain't that a little Boston Terrier that they got
Cool.
from somebody that does a lot of um putting their dogs out there. And I thought they had a little Boston Terrier that they picked up. I don't know what Pacific breed that was, but
Mm-hmm.
if it was the breeder that they got it from, was like that's all that they did. They family did for like years, maybe 50 years or so.
Oh
And they
yeah,
was
when you
into
get that,
ratting,
yeah,
sporting, all kind of stuff.
when you do that, you gonna have you a good line of like Boston Terriers. That's I mean, it's environmentals play into that. What were the parents used for, and then how do they succeed in it? And you keep doing it, it's just gonna keep doing what it does.
Yeah.
But that's
Y'all,
the.
y'all, go ahead.
No, go ahead, yellow. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Now I'm gonna say, have y'all heard of the new breed called? I think it's a Boston Bulldog.
No, I ain't seen that. What is
Nope.
it like? English bulldog, French bulldog, or what? What is
It's
it?
like a like a working type Boston Terrier.
Mm. It's got like a longer muzzle.
Nah, It's called
Mm.
I think it's called a Boston Bulldog.
I'm about to look it up.
Yep.
Yeah,
Well,
that's hard.
is it any good as far as you know?
I can't really say. I can't. But I know I've known some people that have them, and they I hadn't seen them doing any work, but I've heard them say good things about them.
Mm. Yeah, I ain't heard of them.
Yep.
I'm about to look into that.
Hmm.
But it's like majority of these breeds, man. It's a backstory to them. Like Great Dane, the Great Dane. I mean, y'all. Like I think I showed Duro some Great Danes doing protection work. He didn't even think it was Great Danes.
Yep.
He thought it was like some hounds or something. This was a while ago. I still remember it though.
I remember.
But the
I
Great
wouldn't want a
Dane,
Great Dane turned up.
yeah,
Boy,
yeah. I mean, that's what they were
I'm
bred
talking
for. They
about
were
it look
bred to
like he
be
can get he can get down.
Yeah, they were bred to be protection dogs. They were bred to go up against grown men, and were bred to be to do hog hunting. They were called the boar hunt, the boar's hunt, the German boar hound. That was a name for them when they were first created. And there's no. Some of these people believe there's a split in the breeds as far as show line and working line. It is when it comes to some like the Dogo and the Pressa and all that. But like the Great Dane, there's no split. The Neapolitan Mastiff, there's no split in those dogs. So the show line will get active just as much you would say a working line would get active.
Hmm.
And the what's I about to say next? The Irish Wolfhound. The Irish Wolfhound went extinct also after they
That was a good dog, though, man.
yeah yeah I love the Irish Wolfhounds.
Yeah.
They went extinct after the wolves. wolf population in Ireland started to die out and disappear. So they were brought back with Irish Deerhound. What was the other breed? Uh, Starts with an A, some type of hound. But they were brought back with Great Dane.
Afghan ham.
I think it was either Afghan hound or another crazy looking smaller hound. But yeah, I mean, it's plenty of these breeds that have been gone and brought back with different breedings to create the dogs that were similar to the ones from the past. And a lot of people don't know that. So then they wonder why they read something and it's different, or they hear something from somebody else that may believe these dogs are still what they were, but they may not be the same thing.
So question. So what would y'all consider as far as things a dog can do? What would y'all consider as being work?
Yeah,
That's a good question.
that's a great question. Now, see, that's what I.
But where you want to go?
That's a great question, man, because I see so many people talking about performance or working dogs, and I
Working
wonder
line.
what the purpose of those dogs are because I see them do nothing that they go ahead and market the dog for. I mean,
Yeah.
I'm just being honest.
I
What
mean,
does
you're
the
not
dog
wrong.
do? Does it hog hunt? Does it what does it do? Does it fight? What does it do? Do it chase squirrels? Like what does it do? What is the work that the dog is doing? We can't
Mm-hmm.
call a performance dog if we don't see no performance coming from the dog.
Hey, you know what, Duro? What I noticed, the breeders that have succeeded the test of time, you never see them. We don't know about them. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
the
I mean, the
breeder,
quality people.
the
Yeah.
breed, the breeder that breeds for farmers, the breeder that breeds for the airport dogs.
Uh-huh.
We don't know about them. We don't. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You
But
got to
they
find them.
they the ones making the bread.
Yeah.
Well, see, that's the misconception of that's the reason for the show. That's the misconception of dog breeds, period, right? Because you have so many people who think only a certain dog or certain breed can do this or can do that. It's breeds that we don't even talk about day to day that's nice, that put in
Yeah.
work.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That we don't even give its flowers to because we only know what we know, right? And I'm not gonna say that I'm not guilty of that for the simple fact that I love the bully breed, right?
Right.
I love pits. I love American bullies. I love American bulldogs. I love all types of dogs, all every dog in that breed. So I understand for me personally about only loving that dog, but then you start talking about different terriers, different shepherds, different purpose dogs, herders, just different protection, just different breeds, right? So, now every time somebody have a litter coming out, it's a working dog, right? Every time everybody have something coming out or they breeding something together, this is going to bring back that 1998, look, bully. You're like, what the heck is they talking about? What does that mean? I mean, I just want the dog business to be 100. I just want the dog business to be, and I know I can't change it, but if we all come together in a community and do better and present our dogs better, we have a better opportunity to be like those farmers, Mac, to really make that money on those dogs that we're producing and those dogs we're going to produce or we have visions for. We can make that happen. But we therefore have to put our dogs in position in the right position for us to reach that level. You know how many people that's on farms that sell dogs and the litter sell out like that? Oh,
Mm.
I'm talking about a whole
Hmm.
bunch of them.
Mr.
They don't
Price.
have a
He
problem
got
selling dog. Go ahead, CDC.
I ain't mean to cut you off, but Mr. Price, I mean, that's an example. He on the farm. He using his dogs for a function, a purpose.
Mhm.
Um, I don't want to feel like I'm hogging the thing or not anything,
Oh,
but
you ain't. No, go ahead.
I learned. So I don't know if y'all saw like them working Neapolitan Masters. This is what I know. So I speak on it. The working Neapolitan Masters that were promoted, those were that I learned that working title was just a sales tactic or a
Hmm.
sales gimmick.
Hmm.
A working Neapolitan Mastiff could be if I have this Neapolitan Mastiff in my backyard and somebody jumps back there trying to break in and he chases them off. That's considered a working Neapolitan Mastiff.
Okay.
So that term doesn't even exist in the sense of those dogs because I mean that's what they do. They chase things off the property. If something's is adamant on getting in and they kill it, that's their work. That's their job. That's the same thing that could be said for like the Borbles. I mean, people work them. Like if you have somebody that has a Borble and they do protection training, I mean, you could it like it's working. It's working, but it's no different from a Borble that's deterring on a property. That's what the dog was bred for.
Okay.
You just chose to do protection training with the dog, which is a form of work, but it doesn't separate you from the others.
Right. Right.
Well, isn't protection just seeing if your dog will
What? To
possibly
attack to bite
defend
you?
you?
No. There's different levels of protection.
Yeah, it is.
There's different levels of protection. That's just what a lot of YouTubers. It's easy to show that side, but it's
Yeah,
different
yeah,
levels.
you right.
Of
You right.
protection.
Cause I seen buddy that do the big do the big bully shows. He got a little, I don't know, I think it's one of them Malinois. And
Yeah.
that joker ain't no joke. He got a good response command and release command.
I mean, even with that, the bites leave some of those dogs. A problem that's been in the training world, from what I've heard, is those dogs look at that as play, or the dogs are playing with the person that has a sleeve on. They know it's like a game.
Hmm.
That's a problem some people have had to where the dogs, if they don't want to do it, they won't do it. It's not a command; it's a game. People
Well,
See,
I
this.
think you have to. I think I'm sorry. I think you have to have multiple videos. Not only is you showing that sleeve, but then you're showing different scenarios. You know what I mean?
Absolutely. There
Like
you
right.
go.
somebody just walking up and touching you, or somebody coming from
Again.
behind.
Yes. 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 That's all important. It's just like my man Ween said. My man Ween said the breeder should be able to show you his body of work through his family of dogs. But Ween, that's a point of it, right? But the main thing is that's a part of it. But if you claiming that it's a working dog or it do this or if it's a protection dog, we want to see the family of the dogs work and do protection because that's what you're you're advertising the dog as. You're marketing as the dog that it's a protection dog. So say it's a person that come to you that he, you know what I'm saying, he might reach out to you and say, "Yo, man, I got a mansion and I'm not always home. I might spend a lot of my time out, on the road or whatever. So I'm looking for something for my wife and kids." You know what I'm saying? Like he might be interested in seeing what the parents can do, what the grandparents can do, what the parents of the grandparents could do. You know what I'm saying?
Mm.
Like that's the main thing though, and that's what a lot of people don't understand. It's just like one sided. Like, okay, you see the dogs, and I'm telling you this, but that's what it is. But what about the other part? Like, what about me seeing it so I know? Can when I'm out on the road, if I drive trucks or I'm taking trips or whatever, and can I rely on this dog to take care of my family is to the best of his ability. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Because it's bullets and all types of things. So he's not bulletproof or he's not, he's not a robot. But at the same time, it's like can I go and feel like, oh man, Bruno there, they good. You know what I'm saying? Or a couple of them is there. You know what I'm saying? They good. I know they good. So somebody come in the yard, somebody come in the house, man, my wife already know how to shoot, or my 13-year-old son already know how to shoot. So he there, but they already gonna get in a position and do what they gotta do, type of thing, you know? That's
Right.
all I'm saying.
Or have some achievements. You know what I'm saying? To me, in my head, if you sell a police dog, hey, you're a professional at this point.
Oh
But I
yeah,
think it's just like in the restaurant game, you got chefs that know how to cook everything under the sun, but they don't know the restaurant business. They're not business people,
Right,
business savvy.
right,
So I think a lot of people that train and know how to handle these dogs to get them to that point, they don't want to actually breed.
right,
I mean, because that's money already. Like I think me and Darrell Johnston was talking about this, and we was like, so when it this is probably gonna open up something else, but when we with the bull herders, the problem with people breeding those or the bull herders, the performance crosses, the band dogs. I mean, it's all cool. It's a good looking dog. Some of them, but who's gonna have the time for that dog when it comes to what they need? Most of those dogs are high strung, high prey driven, or just high drive in general. I mean, the shepherds alone, those most of those dogs are like that. As far
right,
as the mountain wiles and the Dutch shepherds. So when it comes to quality of life for that dog, most sport or working dog, real working dog trainers or owners or breeders, they put their dog in the sport club, bike club, protection work, training, which
right,
all costs money.
right,
And the times we're in, most people don't even have enough money to feed everybody in their family or eat every day. So who's gonna want to spend that much time, one, training their dog in that and going to the sessions, and then, well, one, paying for it, and then two, going to the sessions and spending that time with their dog when most people don't even want to go around the corner and walk their dog.
facts, facts. That's the thing. But see, that's the thing though. So you have to. That's when you have to think about when you have a vision for these dogs. I don't feel no type of way from people wanting to be architects and build their dogs. I actually think it's dope. You
Right,
know what I'm saying? But the only problem that I have is when there's no market for it. Like, you know what I'm saying? You got to put that into the right market because you
right.
don't want something like that getting out, mauling a 8-year old girl face off. You know what I'm saying?
Or
Or
even if you go about it wrong, not to cut you off. I mean,
yeah,
when people, like we talked about it earlier again, when people breed or put these two dogs together, they don't do the mental test, the test to see how this dog reacts when it's in a high activity area where, say, it's children running around playing and whatnot.
yeah,
Um, or even do the, like I said, the bite work, the sport work, all that, which costs money and time. But
yeah,
these things let you know what your dog is, what your dog can do, how it processes and works. Like I said, in the high activity area with children, if it even can take a hit while biting somebody.
hmm,
Um, these are all important things. But when you put, let's say, a Malinois and an American Pit Bull Terrier together, and you don't know a lot
ooh,
about these dogs, just as far as how they react to you or how they react when somebody comes in the backyard, you're in for problems. And when somebody wants to buy that because maybe you hyped it up so much,
hmm,
or you made your YouTube channel look good and your intro look good, and people want to buy it, I mean, you're looking for problems and liabilities because you don't understand what you have, and the owner for dang sure don't know what they have.
yeah.
Hell no, because a dog gonna be a dog. How you gonna stop that joker when no females come in heat?
Yeah,
That's another thing. That's hold on. Remember that right there. I want to get to some of the comments because they're good. They're good points. So Abba said, I feel like some people don't show their dogs on the sleeve because their dogs naturally would bite. And but see, Abba is what people gotta understand. It's a difference between a bite because it's a dog and a bite for protection, right? So any dog can bite. The family golden retriever can do bite work, right? And not saying golden retrievers is sweet or nothing. I respect all dogs. But what I'm saying is that dog bite force is not the bite force of a strong, big, Malinois, a strong, big American Pit Bull Terrier, American Bulldog, a bully, a Cane Corso, a Presa, so on, a band dog, so on. So the thing, what I'm saying is that yeah, I mean, any dog can be nippy, but can it bite? That's the thing. Like, you know what I'm saying? So that's the main thing that you would think about when you know, when you see that. Then Abba said I would test my dog on the sleeve to see if they bite, but I wouldn't want them seeing the sleeve as a game or anything because I don't want them to associate that they can only bite because of the sleeve. That's another thing when you talk
Training
about
your dog is hard, man. I mean,
it is.
just as far as that
It
protection work. I
is.
mean, some people can't even get their dog to sit. Some people
Yep.
can't get their dog to sit.
Yep.
And some of these breeds, they react totally different to protection training or protection work or just
Yep.
even the basics of it. Like I'm a reference master, so I mean, because that's what I know. But
Mhm.
like I talked to a Border breeder. He said he had a dog. He was doing protection training with a male Border. He said that dog was a man eater. It wasn't a manageable dog. He couldn't sell that dog. He couldn't give that dog away because it wanted to kill people whenever it wanted to.
Mhm.
And Neapolitan Mastiffs, people say you're not supposed to do protection training at all with them dogs
Right.
because they I mean, when they do something, they do it because it makes sense to them. If you tell them to do something they don't think it makes sense, they're not going to do it. So I've heard and seen talk to people say, and they say these dogs will bite whenever they want to because they feel like it. So that means a child, something that's getting on their nerves, they'll just grab their arm and start shaking,
Mhm.
which is what a liability, a lawsuit, money, time, court, and even possibly jail.
Yeah.
And that's
Depending
not
on
to villainize the breed or anything like that, but
right.
that's just what you need to know that whenever you if you get into that dog.
Yes.
So
Yes.
so when they doing the sleeve work, right?
Mm-hmm.
Would they like train that the dog will automatically go for if an intruder come into the house, right? Would a
Mm-hmm.
dog automatically just know to go for the arm? He won't try to bite the leg or the thigh or nothing like that. They'll just go for the arm because you always messing with the sleeve. I mean, that's
Yeah,
what I'm
that's
at.
another thing.
A
That's another
trained
thing.
dog, a dog that's really, really protection trained, yes, will go for the arm or the throat because it's trained like that.
Right.
Most people dogs who just go for the sleeve, those are dogs. You shoot the gun at them, they going back up. See,
Yeah.
that's why I said situational awareness is the main key. So when you really have a working dog or you really have a protection dog, you have to put them in different situations. Like I always say, a dog can be the man on the yard, or she can be the top bitch on the yard. But then when you take her off the yard, you know what I'm saying? When she out of her comfort zone,
It's a whole different
she's
ballgame.
scary.
Yeah.
You don't want that.
But I know some protection trainers, they train, man, bite wherever. Whatever is close to you. Leg, foot, hand, whatever, crotch. I mean, whatever is near,
Yeah.
just bite them. And most people
So
aren't.
so how they train them to bite the dog on the foot?
I mean, I think it's just wherever they land or wherever they bite, they get
No,
praised for it.
it's through reward. Like
Yeah,
it's two
praise. Yeah,
different. The dog do know the difference between life and death situations. You can
right.
see it. You know what I'm saying? It
Hmm.
like for instance, when Marlon doing his protection, the dog is actually looking for the reward. So after he has that dog's attention, full attention, he don't have to have the reward so much. You know what I mean? Because he
Yeah,
can reward it afterwards. But in the beginning, he have to reward that dog every step, every second to get him, you know what I mean, to do what he want him to do.
right.
Right,
But
right.
but now, if it's a life death situation, I think uh, you either got to have the dog that knows, nah, you ain't doing that in here, or you know what I mean. I think that comes with breed.
Absolutely.
I guess the question I would ask is like, do they have like things that you can put over your foot when you're when they doing? That's what I'm asking.
Yeah,
Nah,
When
bro.
they
I
doing
don't think they do.
okay.
No,
I
if
know
they
they got the sleeve and the bite suit for you, but
yeah,
that's what I'm saying.
if they grab it, then they grab it. But they also do flesh work, which is where they have the dog tied or held by handled by a handler, and they approach that dog, and that dog will lunge for whatever is near. Like they'll put their foot towards the dog and then pull it back before the dog grabs it. But they still like they give a reward or they praise that dog for even lunging or attacking at that person on command and trying to grab whatever is accessible. But
I
yeah,
agree.
they ain't got no sleeve, no what do you call it? Hand, mid, whatever, foot, mid, nothing.
Yeah,
Yeah, I
it's
see
just
people
game.
get grabbed by the hand.
Yeah. My man Ween made a good point right here. He said it's good to tap into international sales. Some countries are very disciplined on what their dogs become. That's good,
Mm-hmm.
right? Right? That's good
Yeah.
right there, man.
Yeah, that is. Yeah.
Because you don't hear too many people even say what you just said, bro. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people don't even speak on that, and that's important too. You know what I'm saying? Because I feel like anybody ever got a dog from overseas that's on the panel?
Nah, I haven't.
No, no, me, me either. All right. Well, the thing is some dogs go from USA to somewhere. Some dogs go from somewhere to USA, and like we see what happened in the UK with the American Bully. You know how they banned it, got rid of it. You know, in some countries that ain't even playing with that. You know, you get a band dog or a bull herder that's out of control or that's doing too much. It then killed the neighbor's golden retriever. It then got somebody cat. Look, bro, that John, listen, you gonna be in trouble. You know what I'm saying? It's important to market your dogs everywhere, but also to know, you know what I mean, to know, the dog, everything that you got going on, to be able to protect yourself and your dogs. That's
Yeah.
important. Uh, Abla said, what Abla said, hold on. Said if I was to train a protection dog, I'd train them with sensory, like handling loud sounds, different environments, comfortable with water, swimming, and all that, and maybe slightly with the sleep. That's important though, bro. But that's regardless if it's protection or not. You should do that with your dog, just so they're not schizo. You know what I'm saying? You like when they puppies, you gotta introduce them to different sounds and have them walk through different things, just so they won't be scared to walk down to certain blocks if it's a bunch of rocks or, if it's a metal grate on the ground. You know what I'm saying? Like you get them used to certain things so that it can be, the dog that you need it to be. That's very important. Like nobody wants a big grown 3-year old scared dog. Nobody wants that, bro. That
Mm-mm.
that is the one of the worst animals you can ever have. So, you know, nobody wants that.
Yeah, everybody want their dog to look or even just be just confident.
Yes.
And some breeders they have them in a whelping box. They're playing sounds and stuff just to get them desensitized to certain
Yep.
things. So that's just a question you could ask. Hey, do
Yep.
you desensitize these puppies in the whelping box? If not, like Darrell Johnson just said, do it yourself or look up some videos on how you could do it safely without harming the dog or even messing the dog up from being scary.
I'm going to keep it real with you. It's very important to touch your puppies at a certain age for them to hear your voice.
Yeah.
On top of hearing different sounds as puppies and being together as a pack. That's how they become. That whelping stage all the way up into that 8-week stage and beyond is very crucial to
Yeah.
how your puppy is going to turn out to be a grown dog. That's the fact. I'm telling you, that's the fact.
Absolutely.
So you
But
definitely want to make sure they hear and they be touched. Go ahead, Yellow. Go ahead, bro.
but back to what Wayne was saying about the international people are very disciplined in what they dogs become. It's like that in the States, you know what I'm saying? As far as like it's people serious about what they dogs become. They take it as serious as the people, you know what I'm saying, overseas, international. They take it serious too, as far as what they dog become. Just like with the hog hunting. You got some people, they actually go as far as they had little baby hogs,
Hmm.
little piglets. And if the dog is showing, interest or whatever and gameness, they'll turn it loose on the piglet. So I think that's taking it serious to keep some little hogs, some little piglets, contained, just so have an area for them to be contained, just so you can train your dogs on it. And then
Right.
as the dog get older, I mean, the dog get older, of course, the pig is gonna grow. They're gonna get bigger, and what I'm saying, then you turn them loose on it as they get older. Because I posted a short about 2 weeks ago, and it was one of my dogs that I had produced, and they had put him on let him loose on some hogs, and that was
Really?
his first time. Yeah, this was like 2 weeks ago. It's a short on there, but this was like, but what I was saying, when he went in, and they say when you do this, you don't never want the dog to kind of go grab him by the back leg, and he kind of went and you can kind of see it in the video. They was like two big hogs hiding like in the brush, and he
Mm-hmm.
went around and grabbed one of them by the ass, like the back leg, and they both took out running with two big nice out. They had been like at least 150, 200. And he
She.
like 7 months old. He was 7 months old. He was out there with with the cat with the bay dogs and all that. One trying to get at them. And that's how you want to raise them up like that. As far as if you gonna be into that type of work with your dog, you want to bring them up around other dogs so they know we in a pack. My job is to catch, your job is to bait.
Right. Right.
So yeah, it's several dogs in the line of dogs that I got that have been used for hog hunting and been very successful at it.
Mm.
Hmm.
My man Ween just says some game. Yellow, what you think about this, Yellow? He said the generation of the blood is very important to me. Fifth generational fifth generation dog families are better suited than first generation. Woo!
Mm-hmm.
Mhm. What you think
Hmm.
about
I'm reading fifth generation dog families are better suited than first generation dog. Okay, I guess he's talking about. Okay, is he talking about the people, the fifth generation people? I guess that's what he's saying. Yeah, yeah, the fifth generation dog family. Okay, not a family. He's talking about the people, not the dog, not the family of dogs.
that? Nah, I think
Yeah,
you
they
talking
better suited. Yeah, definitely they better suited because they got time and land and stuff like that. So yeah, absolutely, absolutely. Yeah, I agree with that. Unless that first generation just then uh came into some money and they just want to buy the land and start their own, what I'm saying, their own hog hunting program. But yeah, he right. But most of the time, yeah, it's gonna be like fifth generation. Yeah, you absolutely right, Wayne. Oh, for sure.
I thought he was saying fifth generation dog families are better suited than the first, meaning the dogs.
Well,
Meaning,
see, that's what I'm saying. Is he saying? I think he's saying that's what I was saying at first, but then I read it. The fifth generation dog. I think he's talking about the people.
Ween, man, you in here, bro?
Yeah, just to clarify exactly what you saying. You talking about the fifth generation as far as the dog, the people, or the dog family?
The blood in the
The blood
dog.
in the
Yeah,
dog. Oh, he talking about the dog. Yeah, I thought
I
so.
figured that. Yeah, I don't think he
Okay.
talking about the blood.
Yeah, I think he's talking about the dog family. He said it's better. The fifth is better, and I guess Ween, you saying the blood is better at the fifth because it's more. Are you saying that because it's more developed and more tighter, and it's been more proven at that point?
Or is he
Is that
saying there's more modifications made from
right?
the
That's
dog being from the first generation to the fifth? You understand what the dog is missing, what you
right.
want in it, how to develop it better, where its mental capacity is.
Right.
Yeah, I mean, it's still open of what he's talking about, but I
Well,
mean,
we'll see with the dog with the short that I posted the other week.
hmm
Hmm.
If you go behind on his bottom side, you got dogs that's back like in the third, maybe fourth. They catching hogs.
Hmm.
hmm
So he's showing, what I'm saying, he's showing what they're he's showing the same attributes, the same traits that his ancestors showed. at 7 months old. That he gonna be a pretty good one.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So yeah, but he got it through his generation though. He got dogs through his generation that have done this. I think one like in see the third, the fourth, yeah, third and the fourth. I know for sure.
Ooh. Okay. So this is what he's saying. He's saying fifth generation has about 140 dogs been dropped and worked. First generation is yet to yield a family. That's what he's saying. So he's saying fifth generation is better because it's more proof.
That's still kind of it's still kind of like it's like an open kind of statement still,
I,
but
I
it gives you more of an idea though. I think he's saying as far as 140 dogs, you understand what you're getting. I mean, what you produce, what comes of it, what the dogs look like, how the dogs perform if they're performing, how they act, how they look, all that.
got you. I agree.
I agree for sure.
I definitely agree.
100.
Definitely would agree. I think for me, I think the bloodlines that like Yella.
Uh huh.
What bloodline does that dog that you was talking about? What bloodline does he have? Like anything famous? Like any?
Oh well, not on his bottom side. He ain't got nothing as far as like in the first fifth. It ain't nothing famous. No, on the top side, yeah, the top side. But see, the top side wasn't catching hogs.
Right. The bottom side
Yeah,
was catching.
the bottom side that's coming through my side. I had studied out. I had studied out to somebody dog to
Uh,
make the dog that I'm talking about. So on my end, nah, ain't no famous dogs.
okay, so
You
that's
know,
your
but they still, huh?
that's your stuff.
Hold on. Let
Yeah,
me ask
yeah.
a
Well, it's the
question.
stuff.
Let
Yeah,
me ask.
it's the
Let
stuff.
me ask.
Yeah, it's the stuff that I bought into. But yeah, it's mine.
Let me ask a question.
Go ahead, bro.
So, for those that may not know, I don't know. What is the bottom side? What do you mean when you're saying the bottom side? What
That's
does that
the bottom side is the mom pedigree, and the top side is the dad.
got you?
Yeah.
That's what I thought you were saying. I just wanted to make sure. Some people may
Yeah,
not know
yeah,
that type of
yeah,
stuff. That little
yeah,
stuff can be important.
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
And it's hog catching dogs. I think I had it was one dog. I think I had posted named Bug Vicious, and I think Duro, you commented on it about a couple weeks ago. I made a post
Yeah, I seen
on.
it,
I
bro.
took a picture of the ADBA pedigree.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
They said this bitch could just ride in the front seat, and they can just had a window crack and let her. They can just let her window. She ride with the owner, and they can have the window crack, and they can let her just get a whiff of see she get a whiff of the scent.
Mm-hmm.
And once she get the whiff of the scent, they roll it down. She hop out and go run and catch a hog by herself.
That's crazy.
Mm,
Yeah, and she would be like this. The dog that I on the short video, she would be his great grandmother.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
mm-hmm.
her name was Bug Vicious. She was about 45, 50 pound bitch. And now these dogs, like my dogs, ain't famous. You know what I'm saying? But they'll work. You know what I'm saying? They'll work. They put together nice. You know,
Now you know how
and they'll work. Go ahead.
you know how some American Pit Bull Terrier breeders only spit out like what's in the pedigree.
Mm-hmm.
They'd be like, this dog did this, so they only talk about that. So that's why I said, is anything famous in there?
Famous. I got you. I got you. Yeah, yeah. And like I was saying, as far as on the top side, you got a lot of well-known, box dogs on the top side of his pedigree that people know. But then you
I
come
thought
to that bottom, huh?
I thought pedigrees don't matter
I don't know who said that. It mattered to me.
though.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
Oh,
Mm-hmm.
Wayne, you absolutely right, Wayne. I agree with you 100%.
Many dogs have no title
So
work,
kind of
still
work,
have a chance to
trying to
produce.
produce real. Yep, for
Mm-hmm.
sure.
Absolutely, Wayne.
See,
I
but I don't know. But then that's true. But some people may take that too far, and everything on their yard they don't test or work. Like I stated before, those the quality or the people that we think that we see and feel like, oh yeah, there's some good sport dog breeders or trainers.
Mhm.
Those people, those they take the time, spend that money, travel with their dogs, put them in the bite sports and the sport clubs and the events and the trials and all that, and just to get that title, so then they can say this dog is titled, this dog is proven in the field of what I do with these dogs. And you will get that from this breeding. And I can say that truthfully and feel like that because I did the work with these dogs to produce that. But some people, I feel like it's kind of disrespectful to those that have done that, and then some that just say, these mugs going they gonna jump over the fence, do a backflip, bite somebody in their nuts. You know what I mean? Like they people just I think some over exaggerate or even try and portray as something else, but bro, you don't know what you have because you haven't done the bare minimum,
Oh, because they using the breed to,
right? And that's BS.
Yeah,
yeah, they using the breed background instead of knowing exactly what they actually got.
absolutely.
I could go get a board without to go lick somebody that's breaking into my house and just slap me and lick them in the face while I'm getting slapped on. Yella could go get a pit bull that go give a Shih Tzu a kiss that's down the street. Not saying he produced that, but I'm saying he could go get one. So these none of, I don't believe in fully the thing where people say, oh, all breeds are this. When you get a dog, it's this. I mean, that's kind of not true. I mean, all dogs are different. They have different characteristics, different
Absolutely.
temperaments,
Absolutely. That's
different ways to
that's
operate.
that's why I get scared of some of the dog breeds that people try to put together. I'd be like, I don't know if that's gonna work. Just for the simple fact that, like you just said, it's different dog breeds and different temperaments. Different dogs have personalities. People don't talk about personalities. I think I'm the only dog show that talk about dog personalities. Like dogs have different personalities. A pit bull is not the same as a Malinois, man. A bully is not the same as a pit bull, man. Like that's just facts, right?
Yeah.
So you have to think about that when you're thinking about breeding. And this is like Ween said again. Ween, you cooking tonight, bro. I appreciate you, bro. Like for real, you really cooking, bro. Ween said, you know, everyone gets to choose their lane. Good luck. If you do drop in the lane you ain't ready for, you will learn, and that's a fact. As
Mm-hmm.
that is, you hit the man, you hit the nail right on the head, bro. Bing, you hit it, bro. Like that's just how it is, bro. Because it's a fact.
Mm-hmm.
You have to know your lane. Like I know my lane. I know what I'm gonna do, and I know what I'm not gonna do. I know what I'm gonna breed. I know what I'm not gonna breed. I know what I'm
Right.
gonna
Mhm.
acquire, and I know what I'm not gonna acquire. Just for the simple fact of me knowing dogs and having knowledge of certain dogs and certain breeds, and just knowing for certain facts. Like I said, it's so many people who jump the gun and then got to scrap their whole thing, and they got to scrap their whole yard or their whole plan because
And
what they
some don't
thought
even
they
know they
was
got
going to
to.
get. Say that again,
Some
bro.
some don't even know they gotta scrap their program. Some of them think they got the coldest thing or they got like a nice up and coming program. There's no shade to anybody if you feel like that or anything like that. But it's just like sometimes you got to make adjustments and you got to understand what you got and where you want to be in reality. And like I said, like Neil Max said, people believe in all dogs in one breed are the same. That's dangerous and unrealistic, and it won't get you far when it comes to understanding what you want to breed and how you want to own and how you want to put your dogs out there and put yourself out there. Because when you breed a dog and sell it, you putting yourself out there.
Hey, and don't get fooled by the hype, cause Sexy
Mm-mm.
Red is the most popular female rapper right now, right?
Yeah,
But when she tried to go on tour, she had to cancel the tour because ain't nobody coming to see that for real, for real.
ain't nobody coming to see you, Otis.
So just because Facebook is talking about you, that don't mean you getting the deposit.
Right. That don't mean
Yeah.
that.
Mm-hmm.
There you
Mm-hmm.
go.
But oh man, there. Yeah, I
That,
we.
that and could that tie back into what we were saying earlier about the famous dog versus the non-famous dogs?
Talk about it. Go ahead. I'm with you
No.
on
No, I was saying that's what I was asking Nick Mac. Could that tie into the same thing? What I was saying earlier about how my pig ain't really just all lit up, and it
Right.
ain't no bunch of famous dogs up close. Once you get back there, then you will start seeing some dogs that you know. But I mean, the first five generations, it ain't gonna be nothing that you will recognize. But I'm saying one, but that's what I'm saying. But they put in, but they'll put in the work. They'll do what they're supposed to do.
Right.
Right. So you just need the marketing. So if you had that video of everything you just explaining and some old action Jackson type of cut with some crazy music in it, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Hmm.
That right
Yeah.
there would be a crazy selling point for you. You know what I'm saying? Because it's not
Yeah.
just a story, nigga. You can see it.
right.
And that's what a lot of people that do that media stuff, they ahead, man. People that do the cameras and that know how to, download certain
Shannon
apps
Longway Media.
and make them
Yo,
videos. You know what I'm saying?
Betty, man.
Yeah, make the video seem like an actual like movie or some or a show.
I mean, what? Yeah, I mean,
Yeah. Shout out
like the
Longway
like the
Media.
the clip you just explained, right? If you had your man record, if he recorded that, and bro, send me that video. You know what
right.
I'm saying? And it's cut up with some crazy music behind it. And this is what my dogs do. So when these puppies drop, and you want one of these that do like this right here.
Right.
Now here's the thing. I don't really know the guy that got the dog. It's a little funny story. The guy that facilitated the breeding, he introduced me to the stud owner. So when he introduced me to the stud owner, I gave him one just for facilitating the breeding. So I gave him the dog I'm talking about in the short video that chased the dog that I'm talking about. So I
Hmm.
gave him a male. I gave him a male just to, what I'm saying, for hooking me and old boy up to do the breeding. So then that's when he ended up keeping it for a minute, and then he ended up letting his boss, the people that he worked for, he let them get the dog. And they were like, "We want to go out there and hog hunt with him." I was like, I thought it was a good idea because I can get some footage and and I can be able to post it.
Hmm.
Hmm.
But then they said also it was some more kind of they would kind of wasn't clear where he actually they were letting him loose. They let him loose about 5 times on the hog, and he was hitting him in the right spot in the face and grabbing him by the where he's supposed to be by the nose or by the ear. They say he scratched him out about 5 times, and he went back and hit him. And they was like, he redained the video that they have. From what I was told, they said it was real kind of one real clear. So, but that's what I really wanted though.
Yeah, sometimes you
And
got to
he's
grease
7
them
months
palms.
old.
You got to
Huh?
grease them palms sometimes. Shit, that's why Coca-Cola got a banner on the NBA floor
Hmm.
just for
Mm-hmm.
advertising.
Mm-hmm.
So
But this
Gotta
is a time to
talk
brand
about
yourself and
this
market
for
yourself.
future, yeah, future brainstorm.
what you say now. What you say? Somebody was saying something. What you say?
I said this is the perfect time to brand yourself, establish yourself, and get your name out there. Uh, some people don't got the tactics, the methods, or the money and time. But
But this is the thing though. This is
uh
what I was saying. This is what I'm saying. Not to cut you off, brother.
go ahead, go ahead.
This is what I was saying. The thing about a legendary dog and a smoke and mirrors dog. You know what I'm saying? When I said that last show, I think that went over some of y'all head.
Hmm.
You know what I'm saying? You gotta understand if a dog gets solidified, you don't have to do tactics to make the dog what it is, what you think it is. The dog community gonna make that decision for you. If it's some heat, it's some heat. Am I right?
Hmm.
Yep. Now check this out. It's funny that you mentioned it. It's another. They kind of well known in the pit bull as far as hog hunting or whatever. But
Uh-huh.
it was some people saying that the dogs really weren't what they were saying they were, They weren't really good. What really weren't good catch dogs, and
Mm,
he would rub in blood. He would kill the hog and then rub blood on the dog face, like the dog
mm.
actually caught the hog. And stuff like that. So when you said tactics, that's the first thing I thought about. Like
Right.
that's what
Because
they were saying he was doing.
Yep.
And
yeah, yeah,
I ain't gonna say the
exactly.
we might talk on the back street, but I ain't gonna say the people name on
Right.
here. But yeah.
That
So yeah, that's what
that
they were
shit can
saying.
bite you in. It can bite you in the ass, man, if you ain't got uh like Buddy was saying, 5 generations. Because um if you actually advertise that like we saying, but you ain't actually locked that in on every
Mhm.
breeding, and now you out here saying you got hog hunters, somebody gonna come back with some negativity. Yeah, so
Oh
I
yeah,
see that all day.
yeah. That ain't what I meant when I said tactics. I meant just as far as a quality, good video, um, putting yourself out there in a respectful and a true light, not like he said, wiping the blood on the dog, acting like he killed it. Just being honest, putting yourself out there, making sure your brand is clear, making sure you're not messing anybody over, and making sure that you have ethics when it comes to the dogs, business, marketing, and just being a man. That's what I meant by tactics, and that's just a proper way to get your kennel out there. Say for instance, if you do have good dogs, but nobody knows you, a lot of people believe that you with social media, if you don't have a social media, then you're non-existent.
Right.
And most people have at least one YouTube. If they don't have Instagram or Facebook, they
Mm-hmm.
have at least YouTube, or they even have a TikTok. So there's some shape or form of way you're putting yourself out there so people know who you are, know who your dogs are, what you're about.
Yeah, but everybody ain't with this ha 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 he with the woo woo woo. So Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok, they ain't on. They actually got real websites.
Right. Yeah, I mean that's a platform though. A website that you putting yourself out there. Still,
Yeah, but
that's what I'm
they
that's
not putting themselves out there. They putting That's where you go to get the business done.
You
right.
You know
saying
what I'm saying?
you saying they paying internet, huh? That's what you saying? You saying they only got internet tactics because they website ain't popping, huh?
No, what I'm saying is breeders who you might they might got a family slot on there where you can click on and you see the family or whatever, and you see their mission statement or whatever. But
Hmm.
other than that, it's just business. So they got a professional website. They not on social media. They not promoting because they not with the woo 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 and the he. They not trying to do any tactics. They not saying, "Hey guys, come follow me on da 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 da." It is what it is. It's a real business with real breedings
And
with real. You know what I'm saying?
you saying the business and the dog speak for themselves, right?
Speaks for themselves.
I got you. That's
Oh
what
yeah,
I'm saying.
I feel that, and I mean that's true. Social media get a lot of people in trouble, make a lot of
Mhm.
people slip up. There's some people now they answering a lot of questions and they getting a lot of questions back of what are you doing?
Mhm.
Why does this look like this, or why aren't you doing this, and why don't the dogs do what they're supposed to do? Just different things like that. So yeah, you're correct though. Websites are a good thing. Social media is a good thing to an extent. Like I said, a lot of people either if it turns on them after a while, or it's just not beneficial to them because they don't know how to maneuver it. But when you know how to maneuver it right, it can be a benefit to you.
That's a fact.
Well, yeah, yeah. Well, social media is a great platform, but I don't see the queen of pit bulls, Gatorhead. She don't need to go on Facebook anymore to do anything. She's so busy. It's website is a business. You know what I'm
Right? It's
saying?
a tool. Social media is a tool at the end of the day.
But
That's what
but
I think.
you
Well, you got what's his name? He's still on Tom Garner. He still be on Facebook,
Yeah, he do. He be posted on Instagram, all that.
Instagram too. Yeah, and YouTube, and he got a website.
but
Cause
he is a
that's
real.
like
It's a
that's like
difference
Tupac
between a
trying to make
real
rap money.
kennel. There's a difference between a real kennel and a puppy mill. That's the thing. Tom Garner
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
has a real kennel.
Mm-hmm.
Hmm.
That's a
Yeah, but
real.
he Tupac though. He the old school money. The old school money have a hard time making this new school bread.
to a certain
Whatever
extent.
he,
To a certain
whatever
extent,
he,
because
whatever he
he's
do,
still
he can
moving
never
dog.
make what these Frenchies making.
Oh, but he ain't worried about that though.
I
He ain't
understand
worried
that. I'm
about
just saying. I'm
Yeah,
just
but
saying.
see the thing with him is he probably can't make a one puppy, but he got his land is so big. In a year, he'll make more than a French breeder make. I can promise you that.
Oh yeah,
Cause he got
off
so many. He got so
determination.
many. Huh?
Yeah, you right. Off determination, skill, work ethic, all that good shit.
Yeah, yeah. So he'll get his money like that. He'll definitely, but nah, he might not sell one of his dogs for the same price that a Frenchie breeder will sell they dog for.
but I don't think a guy like Tom Gardner is worried about making. I'm not sure if it's about the money with him though. You know what I'm saying? I think it's genuine love for the
Yeah, he been doing
American
this
Pit
long
Bull
before
Terrier.
it would be about money.
I think it's both, man. I think he love the dog, but he still want to see some bread because he be dropping so many litters. Man, I went on his
Yeah,
website. That dude had 30 litters on the ground at one time.
Hear me out
easy,
though.
bro.
Hear me out
Okay.
though. Hear me out though. Do you
He
think?
connected.
Do you think Tom Gardner is 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 trying to just exploit the American Pit Bull Terrier? I feel like people like you, Yellow, would never speak his name because you love the American Pit Bull Terrier so much. If you
Uh-huh.
feel it, right?
Oh no, I don't feel like he trying. No, I don't feel like he trying to exploit the breed.
So the
No.
thing is, what I'm saying is he told the Frenchie breeders they fake, bro. They fake. Like you know what I'm saying?
Or I say muscle tone.
What you mean?
His dogs. I wouldn't say that he jeopardizing, but he's what he done is
Who muscle tone?
for
Yeah, I
sure.
know what you talking about. I know what you talking about.
I know what you talking about too. I ain't even in the bullet. Come on, Darrell. You gotta
CDC, text me. Text me.
you gotta do your homework a little bit though. That's what I'm just saying on.
Muscle tone. He created the dogs that look funny, real low to the ground with big muscle,
I would
big
say,
head.
you know what? I wouldn't even know him because I don't respect nothing like that, bro. So I wouldn't even know. Well,
Mm-hmm,
I'm not doing homework on him, bro. Like for
mm-hmm.
real, like that. You got to understand what Doro is all about. My name is Doro Bulls.
This is
I mean,
Darrell Johnston.
I am trying to create durable bullies, durable breed, durable bully breed. That's what
Mm-hmm,
I'm trying to do. So I
mm-hmm.
would never like people who dogs have the flaws and the crazy legs and the crazy back legs or the breathing
You
problems,
say the crazy
all
back
that.
legs.
I
Nah,
can never
but
respect
bruh,
that.
Mm-hmm.
Now
if you look
he
if
don't
you
breed
nah,
like
but
the exotic look.
if you
He
look
don't
at he
breed like
got
the
Roy Jones
exotic type.
Jr. Yeah, he got Roy Jones Jr. He got a lot of celebrities that uh co-signed his clean work.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So I mean, it's you can be split in the middle with him. I don't like really judge it. I just brought his name up.
Mm. But back to what I was saying about Tom. I think he just got, he wanna I mean he wanna make some money, you know what I'm saying? I mean, from what I was told, he got people that live on his property that take care. He got employees he gotta pay, so and now when he had them 30 litters that time, they wasn't all the same age. He had some might have been 6 months and younger,
Would you
you know,
consider Tim Gardner a puppy mill or a kennel?
a kennel.
Okay.
Yeah,
That's
he
the
Yeah.
had a
difference. That's the
he had a
difference
setup.
between
Like
having
his setup was crazy. I seen it.
that's
So
the difference between having 30 litters or whatever the case is versus a person having 30 dogs, right?
yeah,
That,
but
that's that's the difference.
right.
And I think I'm not sure about how much is Tom Gardner selling his American Pit Bull Terriers for. Anyone
I
know?
think he recently went to like 2,000, like in the last maybe 3-4 years, because he was at like nine. He was at 700 and he went to 900, and then I want to say maybe in the last 3 or 4 years he went to 2,000.
So
That's
that
all
ain't
working man's price.
that's exactly that ain't bad for what for the name. That's but see that's what I'm saying, and I think I went over y'all heads again
I'm
because
willing to bet he got a program though, like for sure. I'm willing to bet he got a pro like he don't have. Just his yard, I bet.
What you mean? His yard is huge.
I know his yard is huge, but let's say he got 3, 4 litters or 5 litters that he dropped, right? But he
Hmm.
got Larry in Augusta. He got,
No,
you
no,
know,
no, 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 no. He had these on his property. That's what I told you. I said earlier, he got people that live on his property that work for him.
so you saying this man got
Yes,
this
yes,
man had
on his
all these
property.
litters
Yeah,
on his
Now
property,
yeah,
something.
yeah,
and
yeah.
it was documented and everything.
I mean, they was on it. You could see the pictures of the puppies. And you know how a yard look. You saying he might have somebody in this state got a litter and then somebody? No, this man
Yeah,
had this on their property. See, that's what I was saying last week. When we were talking about him, and I said I ain't his. I'm not really inspired by the money. It's just his setup, his the land he got. You know what I'm saying? That's what really inspired me is his property.
yeah, but
Hmm.
if I'm up 2 hours on the hour taking care of this one bitch, and I can't get no sleep for 3 days, how in the fuck is you gonna have 30? That mean them shits is just barn house.
Yeah, he
Like,
got
I
people
hope
that
y'all
live on
make
their
it.
property. He got people that
I
stay
hope,
on their property that
but
work for him.
I hate to hope y'all make it set up type shit, man.
You say what now?
That's what a lot of breeders don't show. I hope you make it, but when I come out in the morning set up.
Mm.
Every day you got a dog dying from overheating. You know what I'm saying, from something. Because I hope you
Hmm.
make it. I hate that setup.
Hold on.
I'm not judging him because I guess I'm just like Duro about Bashar. I don't know really too much about him, but I'm just depicting on setups I be seeing.
Hmm.
So setups. Hold on, Matt. Let's go back. So when you say the hope you make it, what is that? What you mean?
Uh, had the dogs outside suffering. I mean, because it's too many to deal with. So you just like, if the dog continue to do whatever it's doing, you just like, all right, man, I just hope you make it by in the morning. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
Or if the puppy, they leave the puppies in the shed with the mama with a heat lamp, and I see you in the morning.
Mm,
Now,
okay.
how Chris Moore do it is very, very got me on the edge, but he does it very cleanly though. So I really can't hate. But he do put his puppies out really early outside.
Well, that's how I do mine. I whip mine outside. I don't whip no dogs in the house.
Yeah, he wet pills outside. I mean,
They
the way
whipped
he do it
outside.
though. Yeah,
Huh?
huh?
Now go ahead.
Yeah, I was just saying the way Chris Moore do it, he in where he stay is kind of a hotter climate, but the way he do it, I kind of like the way he do it, the way he sets them up outside. But just in a barn with no, I hope you make it. I don't, that's just my opinion.
Some people dogs never come inside though. You know, some people
Now I
dogs like
know my wife ain't. She ain't having it. We don't do no dogs in the house. I
Yeah, I
mean, when
mean,
they puppies.
y'all don't have a bully breed. Y'all don't have a breed for that though.
For what?
Like a lot of people don't have breeds for the inside.
yeah,
Like Rottweilers, for instance. You don't want too many of them jokers running around.
yeah. I get what you're saying.
I I I think what I was trying to say about the OG Tom. I was
Hmm.
saying that the OG Tom is not just. I mean, of course, everybody that breeds for profit, but it's a little bit. When he got the working man price in this 2000, I mean, I feel like a lot of people can afford to, right? When you start to go uh above that, even 25 to 3,000 to 35 to 4,000 and up,
It's strong.
I think that's yeah, CDC. That's strong. So I feel like, you know, at that point you you gotta understand numbers, and when you understand numbers, you
Yeah,
see
man.
like if he got litter hair at one time, and he Tom Gardner, he know he gonna sell these puppies. I mean, then he ain't really tripping because you
Mhm.
know that 2000, 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 it adds up.
Oh
Okay,
yeah,
Plus
so
the
real
breeder
fast,
gets
like he
some
was
good shit
getting.
on
You
the
sell
on him.
two dogs, that's $4,000. That's what a lot of dumb people don't understand. They only want to talk numbers when it's a big number, but that doesn't mean anything. If you sell two dogs, that's $4,000. There you go, right there.
and then you sell one dog for 10K, and the rest of them 500, 1,000, 1,200, $1,200 payment plan. Is it really that big of a deal if you're not getting that all the time?
I look at it as what the breeder's getting out of it. You know what I'm saying? Like
Right,
if you buy a dog from Tom for two, then that you can really advertise your puppy. And whenever you breed it, you have some stuff substance behind it. But if I buy a dog for 10, how am I gonna ever get my money back?
right.
But see, this is the thing. Now, what are you buying a dog for 10,000 for? Are you buying are you buying a dog for 10,000 just to say you bought a dog for 10,000, or you bought a dog for 10,000 because that dog is really worth $10,000?
Like you talk to the breeder, you know, like he didn't put his soul into this, and he's connected with people that have had we talked about this, Darrell.
I
Uh,
know.
if he's had a real dedication to the development, understanding the development, the history, how these dogs, operate in the field of what they've done, and how the men and women that have bred these dogs, how they have valued that. If you
Man,
know that
CDC,
person,
I don't care nothing about none of that shit, man.
oh,
If
okay,
in the bully world, bro,
mm,
if I'm
mm-hmm,
buying a dog for 10K, it got, for instance, if I'm it's Magoo or some shit like that, and Buddy goddamn say, yeah, man, it's Magoo. You goddamn give me 10. Here you go, bro. Cause tomorrow I'm finna make that back. Easy.
Right.
But why would I spend 10? And how am I gonna get my money back? I don't care what you talking about.
Well, well, see, that's the thing, bro. That's the thing. Yo, CDC, you're a fool, man. There y'all go, man. But see,
I
this is
ain't say nothing. I'm just Mac just tickled me. He was like, he said, I don't care about none of that. Yeah, if I
I,
get
I know,
Magoo,
I
nigga,
know,
he
but
get Magoo. He said he running it up
Mac,
Yeah.
Mac, Mac ain't no joke, man. He a joke. He a joke. He a joke. He no joke, man. I'm telling you, he bite. Mac bite, man.
No, that's right.
So you know what I'm saying. So he gonna speak his mind, and that's why that's my brother slash cousin. You know what I'm saying.
Respect.
So like that's just how it
Word.
is, man. Yellow too. I mean, all of us, we gonna speak our mind, and we ain't really gonna care about how mad we make chumps.
Don't bring up cousins talking to Yellow, because remember last time he said you and Dude kind of had the same complexion,
Oh, you said that.
bro.
No,
No,
you said. No, I
No,
said. Now you said he looked like him. I said the same
listen,
complexion. You
listen,
said he looked like him.
listen.
Yellow was feeding into it though.
You put me with that shit, bro.
Yellow was feeding into my BS at that
Yeah,
time.
he was, but that's not my relation. I don't know, dude. My family member, CDC is just a troll.
You said
But
what?
you just a troll, bro.
Oh,
That's
okay.
a
I
troll.
guess
Yeah, you know, I'm the bigger troll than you. I just don't be showing. I be chilling.
for
But you
sure.
know what I'm saying? But you know, I know how to troll. So, but this is the thing. This is the thing. Like you just said, Mac, I want to touch up on Magoo, like you just said, because if you get a dog for $10,000, right? Sell a dog for $10,000. I mean, you buy a dog for $10,000. You like, yo, how am I gonna get my money back, right? But
Yeah.
what if you spend 10,000 on a dog and you never get your money back? Then what you
Yeah,
did it for?
I kind of had a question in that. Like, not to go ahead if you was gonna answer his
Oh,
question,
speak
Mac.
your mind.
Go ahead.
Speak your mind.
Like, I know somebody. He was like, "Yeah, I'm finna breed the dirty sprite. I'm finna get all this money." But I'd be like, Why don't they just go breed? What makes you think they just not gonna go get some dirty Sprite if they want some dirty Sprite? Why they gonna come to you for it and you got something mixed in there that may not even equate to that dog? Not saying that about you, Mac, but just saying in general, people like is that it? Does it come that easy? Like where you go get a stud or you breed
Oh,
to a
can I?
female that's
I
cold?
can explain my situation because
Go
that
ahead,
kind
go
of
ahead.
cut it. That kind of cut into me. So the reason I'm breeding to Grand Champion
Mm-hmm.
fucking lost his nigga name that quick smoking, but I'm breeding to that dog, and the reason why I wouldn't care about people saying well why don't I go get why would I get a dog from you instead of go getting a dog from him? The bitch I'm bringing to the table.
Got you.
The bitches he bringing to the table keep not he going the same in the same direction.
Mm,
Bringing something different.
got you. That makes sense.
Okay. Yeah.
But then, like it's like I said, it's not appointed to you, but some people like Darrell Johnson know who I'm talking about. Like your dog got a high rear and everything, a real smashed in face, and you like, man, I'm on 1K to play. Come on with it. Now, but I be like, where's the quality? And I kind of asked this question the last show. I wasn't up here. I was in the comments, but I was like, ain't your dog rear high? So where does the quality of the dog come into play? And that person said, oh, well, this is not a show dog. I'm just breeding bulls. I'm
Yeah.
like, well, okay. But what if somebody isn't? Most people want to breed to a show quality or a standard. I'm pretty sure that are breeders. So
Well,
somebody,
the
uh-huh,
bully game is so difficult to achieve
yeah,
and still in 2025 that people can do that because for real talk, people can say how many bullies in the shelter, but to get a show bully, you're gonna have to spread some bread.
mm,
Yep.
mm-hmm,
So when somebody done spent some bread, whether he got a high reel or not, he gonna sell them joints because they bullies.
Yep. That's the unfortunate part.
even if
Yep.
it looked like it came from the shelter.
Even if it look like it came from, if it's a bully, it got a short muzzle and a big head.
Not even if it ain't a bully though.
Mm,
Not even if it could be a mutt.
that's crazy. Yeah, that's
But
crazy to me.
the thing is, if people feel like it's something, then what they gonna do?
They're gonna treat it like it's something.
All right, then. It's like that's why I keep going back to Smoke and Mirrors, legendary, because the Smoke and Mirrors dogs is not the top producers. Like you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's a Smoke and Mirrors dog. But a legendary dog or a dog that's a nice dog, you know. And then a lot of the times, I see the mistakes that people make is you have to know how to breed a dog. You have to know. You have to look at your dog and you have to say what your dog don't have.
Right.
Okay. When you taking
Mhm.
it to something, you have to make sure that dog do have. Okay. Then
Mm-hmm.
you gotta make sure that the phenotypes of the dogs match. And then I'm saying more so with the bullies. Okay, this is just what I learned. That's why you see pockets go to XLs, XLs go to pockets. This is why you see that because the
Mm-hmm.
XLs don't have a whole lot of the muscle. The pockets do. And
Right.
then depending on what the pockets is backed up with, the pockets. This is why I say pedigrees matter because if the pedigree is right and it's true, and we're not talking about no paper hunger, we talking about true facts. This is what's in the dog. This is what you're gonna get. Okay. So if the pocket have XL in its blood, then most likely you're gonna have some XL puppies.
Right.
Don't tell me I've seen it. I know. So
Mm-hmm.
this is how it goes. I was
Yeah, but
GR.
most true pockets ain't even got no, ain't really got the XLs and the, you know what I mean?
No, yes they do.
No,
Yes they do.
it's not a real. and it's
Do
far
you remember
back.
Diesel? No. Do you remember Diesel the Mac collar?
These are the yeah, 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 yeah.
You remember the collar dog? Shirley
Hmm.
Collar, she followed me. No, Diesel the Mac he had XL in his blood, and he produced bigger dogs.
Oh yeah, you talking about yeah, you talking about Pacific the XI, but most of the pockets that I'm thinking of,
Mhm.
if you go to a show, they ain't got no XLs in them. But then you got people that's trying to make the standard, so
Right,
XL is gonna be in their background.
right. But that's how
Then
you
then
make.
they go bigger.
But that's how you kind of make a standard though, because you take a
Yes,
pocket to an
sir.
XL, and then you get a
Yes,
standard.
sir. Yes,
Then
sir.
you get that wide bite. So that's what I'm saying though. But that's why I'm saying that's why you do that breeding to fix something that the father or the mother didn't have, and then you get the standard. That standard, then you take that standard to an XL, and then that muscle when you get that hybrid vigor, that's what you get.
Hold on, get the microphone out your mouth a little bit. It's like
That's what QBN trying to do.
is that's what we trying to do?
See, I don't like saying
Exactly
names.
what he trying to do. My bad.
No free promo.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. My bad.
No. Go ahead though. What you were saying?
Yeah, but that's what he trying to do. That's what his formula of success is. He done bought up everything he can see.
Mm. Mm-hmm.
So that's what I'm saying. So that's why you do. That's why they do those breedings. Dog economics is a dead end. Ooh, thank you, brother. Thank you. You ain't lying. You is not lying, man, brother.
What is the dog economics?
What is economics, man?
Take me back to school, baby.
You understand?
You sleep.
No,
That's
I'm here. Oh, you said about it. I'm listening. Go ahead. I ain't sleep.
Economically,
no.
Go
I'm
ahead,
saying
Matt.
no. Yeah, I'm
yeah,
saying
yeah,
like
economically.
so. The thing, what I'm saying is, when he say it's a dead, what you think he mean when he say it's a dead end?
Dog economics is a dead end.
There won't be a
Where
finish
we
line.
gotta understand what that. Yeah, you right, man. Gotta go back to school. Well, what's economically breaking down for me again? It's been a minute.
Ah, y'all drunk tonight, man. Y'all was awake last week. Y'all drunk tonight, man.
It's the production, consumption, and transfer of wealth,
Right,
or the condition of a region or group as regards material prosperity.
right.
Yeah,
So basically, it's
economically.
financial. Basically, it's like financial.
Okay.
Yeah. So when he say it's dead, meaning when people just talking about money, talking about numbers, talking about money, talking about numbers, or trying to do it for profit. That's what he's saying. It's dead end. You're not gonna get anywhere.
Okay. Okay. You're not gonna get. Okay. You're not gonna get no money off the dog. I got you. Okay.
You ain't
Hmm.
gonna be able
Nah,
to
man,
see.
that's not true, man. That's
It's
not
not.
true.
How not?
Cause I, I consider myself in all different genres of worlds, man. I'm living 15 lives at one time. And when I go to the shows, man, it's different, man. These people ain't buying two $250 and $500 boots for no reason. You know what I'm saying? They got the dogs out there. They selling them. They buying them. They winning trophies. They doing crazy stud feeds.
This is the thing. What I'm saying is, where I'm coming from, Matt, is I'm saying the people who do it for the money, they only talking about the money and sell a dog. What you
for
talking about?
buying a dog just because of a monetary what's the word I'm looking for? It's been a monetary nuance or statement going around that
Mhm,
if you have this, like I said, I'm gonna reference me at the last show when I was in the comments.
mhm.
Person was like, "He Merle, he gonna sell, he gonna throw that Merle."
Right.
Is that is that is that true? Are you gonna get your money because this dog is this color?
Well, that's what a lot of people believe.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I mean, that's a
I'm saying, dude, I don't know if they still believe that. Is there still a thing now with the bullies? Like people don't care how the dog look; they just want the color.
Bro, it ain't just the bullies, bro.
it's
It
not.
ain't
It's
just the bullies.
Warbles now.
What?
It's plenty of dogs. That North American Mastiff, that was the North American dog. I'm gonna just call it that. That's the example I feel like of what we
Have you
see.
seen a pocket, Merle?
Yeah,
No,
Yeah,
I think I
yeah, I
have.
yeah,
am. Yeah.
Yeah,
yeah,
I ain't
mhm,
really seen
yeah. I have. But the
Yeah,
thing is, it's like it's not just the bully community. It's not just it's other communities. It's other breeders that feel like should it could be massive breeders. They feel like they should have a certain number, like all the time. They feel like they should just automatically have, when they drop a litter, they feel like, man, if they ask them 4,500, they feel like that they should sell all the dogs.
that's before the litter even come. Oh yeah, we're gonna. Then I'm gonna make about 20,000 off of this litter.
But I feel like those are people that got popular names though.
Huh?
I didn't heard it from. I know. I didn't heard it
Why,
from.
why would you be asking for that much money and don't nobody know your dog?
Well, well, I mean, that's the question
But
you gotta
isn't that where marketing comes into play also?
How can you market something? Come on, man.
Yeah, the community gotta say it's that dog because the community gonna see changes. You will have to change the community. You know what I'm saying? People would have to have your blood and say, "Damn, look what I'm getting." Then the next person get your blood and say, "Damn, look what I'm getting." And then everybody gonna know that's what caused blood.
And that's a. I mean, that's a.
But if you only just saying that shit, then I guess it's
How many people gonna take your word?
yeah.
Oh, well, what is the difference between people that only talk about their dog? Nobody else is talking about their dog but them. What's the difference?
Uh,
Oh, here we go.
I think they trying to sell a puppy, maybe. Cause all
No,
the
no, I'm
I've
not
been kind
yo,
of
talking
thrown
about nobody.
I've been
I'm
kind
not
of getting
talking about
thrown off,
nobody.
man,
I'm
because
being
that's all
petty.
people been talking about.
No, I'm not
It
being
went
petty.
from knowledge
Huh?
to just talking about they dog.
Now you echoing, man.
Hmm?
Sound like I echo too.
what's going on?
Uh, I don't know. I don't hear no echo.
It was when Yellow was talking, but it's not going now.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah,
we good now.
yeah,
We
yeah.
good now.
Ween said, Pete, food, vet bills, housing, law license, family included. How much are you willing to give before you receive? Hey,
Mm,
Ween, hey,
mm.
you on the right show, bro. You on the right show, bro. Because that's what I said. That's what they not talking about, bro. And the people that's talking all that don't even take their dogs to the vet. So they have no vet bills. You gotta understand. If you do your business right and you have a license, then you gotta understand how much you pay. Food is expensive for us. It's expensive for dogs. I think I was just talking about somebody talking to this with someone. I think it might have been Albert. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, yo, is somebody taking a whiz, bro?
Somebody, I hear it.
Come on, man. For
Ah,
real.
hey, I thought
You gonna
somebody
do
was
that with
laughing.
my dog, bro?
I thought somebody was laughing.
You got a whole mute button, gang. Like for real.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I heard it. Yeah.
I thought somebody was laughing.
No, man, I heard some
No,
mute
I
button.
heard it. I heard the toilet. It was pissing. They were pissing. I don't know who it was.
Hey, why,
Man, come on, bro.
hey, why black people don't say P? They be saying piss.
Yeah,
Huh?
that's what we
Hey,
say.
that was better than a
Yeah.
fart, man. Shit.
Yeah, I mean, I would have I'll take the P definitely over somebody going. You know what I'm saying? I definitely take that. Or being on the toilet. But I'm like, damn, bro, we got a whole mute
Holy
button, gang.
shit. Damn.
Come on, bro.
Turn the mic off.
Hey, we're talking about me. Talking about I fell asleep last week.
Yo, you was tired though, bro. You was tired, nigga.
I was. I had been up since like 3 o'clock that morning. Yeah, I was. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah,
Yeah.
nigga, you tired because you said, hold on. Oh, Doro, you talking about the line. You talking about the
Yeah, the
line.
land. Yeah. Well, you was talking about land though. I mean, I caught that part of it though. I caught that part of the land, and yeah. But I did nod off. I ain't gonna cap though. I did.
It's
Yeah.
all good, man. That was a 3 hour show, man. I mean, all
Yeah.
the comments and all the love we got, that's a 3 hour show, man. They people was loving it. They, you know what I'm saying? And I appreciate people for watching it because that's what we do it for, to spread the knowledge, that we have to our fellow brothers. You know what I'm saying? And our fellow sisters. Because there's some sisters out here that's breeding dogs too. You know what I'm
Yeah, absolutely. Bro, who laughing?
saying? What's funny, man?
Abla.
What do you say, bro? Oh,
Mid
yeah.
combo.
Big convo too, but yeah, for sure,
Let me
man.
ride.
See what I gotta go through, man? You know what I mean? Like the mic ain't got a mute button, man. You know what I mean? Hit the mic, you know? It's all good, man. We human. You know what I'm saying? That was a good little entertainment. I don't care. Man. But yeah, I mean, I feel like, man, we cooked. I feel like we gave it all that we could give. You know what I'm saying? I really appreciate the show. I appreciate the panels. Shout out to CDC, Catch Dog. Shout out to Nell Max. Shout out to Yellow One.
I don't.
You know what I'm saying? Yellow One got a litter right now on the ground. You know what I'm saying? So if you're looking for American Pit Bull Terrier, hit my brother up. This a good brother. Those puppies gonna come to you with no worms, no nothing. He been doing this for over 20 years. He's solid. You know what I'm
Dang.
saying? Good brother. You know what I mean? Shout out to CDC. CDC does interviews on his platform. If you
Oh,
like
that's
interviews and general dog talk and different for different breeds, then check out CDC. Go to
appreciate
his
it.
channel, check him out. You know what I'm saying? He also have another platform called Long Way Media. Check him out. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to my brother Mac slash my cousin. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Mac,
yeah.
Mac gonna have something coming soon. You know what I'm saying? So, you already know. I'll plug everybody in when I got something going on. But right now I don't, but I will soon. But I'll plug everything when I got something going on with my own dogs, and then I'll let the world know. You know what I'm saying? So I appreciate y'all, man. We cook, man.
I
You know
don't.
what I'm saying? And this is a good show, man. Hey, Ween, man, shout out to you, brother. I appreciate you for being in the chat. I appreciate you for commenting after the show, bro.
Shout out
Tuning
to
in.
me.
You know what I'm saying? That was love, bro. Habla. You know what I mean? Appreciate you, bro. For sure, for sure. You already know. You know what I'm saying? My man AQ Henry. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to AQ, man. AQ got some dogs, man. He got that work, man. Shout out to AQ. I like them dogs, man. You know what I'm saying? Um, you know what I mean? Shout out to my man Pipes, you know what I'm saying? And everybody else that's listening. I appreciate it. You know what I'm saying? And until next time. You know what I'm saying? We probably won't be back because we got the holiday and all that. I don't bother my brothers when the holiday come. They don't bother me. We just make sure everybody's safe, and that's how it goes. But we don't talk about dogs or shows when it's holidays and it's family time.
Yeah, it's
So,
about to be my birthday too, y'all.
oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah,
So
Your
yeah.
birthday, bro?
The fifth. Yep.
Oh shit! Well,
yeah,
you
so
double celebrate.
Mm-hmm.
sure, man.
I'll be 43.
My mom, her birthday tomorrow.
Damn,
Happy birthday.
summer babies, happy birthday.
Yeah,
Yep.
I'll be 43.
July 3rd, 1952.
Hey, Duro, did you ever go to camp?
What kind of camp, bro?
Like camps and shit like that.
Yeah, he went. He went. He told me he went. You know, I was telling you that my son working at a summer camp for this summer,
Oh, yeah, 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 yeah,
and
yeah,
you say I used to stop up the toilets and shit.
yeah, yeah, yeah,
Hmm.
yeah, yep, yep, yep. Hell yeah, yeah, yeah. I
I
used to,
get that. I get that vibe from you because it's hard to say goodbye.
yeah, bro. Yeah, I did, man.
Wait, what?
Hmm.
What you talking about, Mac?
Oh, bro.
No, I just don't know what he meant. Something I'm saying it's hard to say
It's hard to
goodbye.
say goodbye. What?
Huh?
What?
Huh? You said
Yeah, man. That's how it is when you connect it, bro. He get it.
okay.
I bet you he get it.
I get it. I do.
He
Yeah,
just said, yeah, I didn't understand. It was kind of felt random to me. I didn't understand.
Nah, he
yeah,
was.
man.
Nah, I get it. But you know what, bro? I get, I get that question, bro. And I get, have I ever been in the service? Have I ever been in the military? And all that types of stuff, bro. So I get it. But you know,
Hmm.
my mom did send me the camps and stuff, and she did send me away for mad weeks, man. So I
Yeah,
definitely
me too.
yeah, you know what I'm saying? Well, I had to spend overnight. So I definitely get it because when you connect it, man, you right, bro. When you connect it and it's genuine, bro, this is how the conversation go. We ain't forcing nothing. This ain't nothing.
Hmm.
I really don't want to talk to y'all. This is where we come and we give game and we appreciate the time that we spend on the show, man. And that's why I see people starting to come. They starting to like the show. They catching on, bro. So you know what I'm saying. This is how it goes, man. That's what I was telling y'all. You know what I'm saying that we got some because it's pure right here, bro. It's not watered down and it ain't that other stuff. So you know what I'm saying. So you know how we do, man. But we gonna close it out.
Until next time,
Until
people.
Hey,
next
y'all.
time.
All
We'll be,
right, fellas.
we'll be back next week because we got this. We got the holiday. Ain't no shows this week or this weekend, so we'll be back next week.
Right
You
on.
know what I'm saying? So run these shows up, run them back. You know what I'm saying? If you want to listen, you know, you're mowing the lawn, cleaning the dogs, whatever. Listen back. You know what I mean? Because you might have heard, but you might not got the game until you play it back one more time. You know what I'm saying? So you know what I mean? Just holler, and we'll do it like that, man. Nothing but love and peace, man.
Peace,
We out.
bro.
Peace.